Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Chase. Welcome to ChasePacks. In today's video, we are talking Pokemon's Black Bolt and White Flare. It's set to release July 18th of this year, and it is a one-of-a-kind set for Pokemon. We'll get into all the details. We're going to look at some of the secret rares that have been released, courtesy of Poke Beach. Not going to get into any sealed today. I know I do like to get into sealed when I can, but it's pre-sale prices. You know, let's wait till the actual boxes come out, in my opinion, because we're looking at pre-sale prices. You know, they're going to be outrageous, and there's going to be like 4 people buying them, and that's going to be it, and it's going to be useless information. So we're not going to look at the sealed product. We're going to look at the cards. We're going to talk about the construction, formation, how the sets has been made, because it is so different as a first time for Pokemon. And then we'll give at the end, I'll give you my opinions on, you know, how I feel about the set overall, artwork, cards, how they constructed the set, and all of that. So let's get in right into some news. All 156 Pokemon from Gen 5, the Unova region, will have a illustration rare or a special illustration rare. So that is a lot of illustration rares and special illustration rares. I'll get into my opinion about how I think that's going to go, for me at least, in my personal opinion. You know, it's different, and when Pokemon changes things, generally people don't love it right away. But this is different. It made me think about the silver borders versus the yellow borders, right? When Scarlet and Violet came and they changed the color of the borders. I mean, I'm sure there were some people who enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't enjoy it. And nowadays, it seems like people are just used to it and they kind of forget and then don't really care anyway. But let's get into some news. Let's just look at the cards. You know, we got this isn't exactly new news, but we have the BWR rarity here with the Zekrom, the Reshiram, the same style for the Victini promo, but it is red, obviously, right? So I don't know if it'll be labeled a BWR rarity or not, but it's the same style card. But let's get down here to the Black Bolt secret rares. Just when I glanced through these before I turned on the camera, for me so far, Black Bolt looks better than White Flare. And I got to be honest, the art on the boxes for Black Bolt looks better than White Flare, in my opinion as well. But you guys let me know down in the comments, just at first glance, just for the artwork on the boxes, because sometimes that means nothing to people, and sometimes it means a lot for collectors. You know, that's one of the reasons I love the Destined Rivals ETBs, is obviously because they look awesome, right? So Black Bolt's doing it for me for now. The Snivy card, you know, one of the starters, I like it. I like them. I like a lot of the artwork, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Gen 5, I was not in Pokemon during Gen 5. So a lot of these Pokemon, I don't even know how to say their names. I got to be completely honest with you. The Victini card, I mean, it looks great. The Pokemon, most of these Pokemon I don't really care for, but the artwork is fantastic. You know, it's one of those sets that you're like, oh, artwork's great. Pokemon, it's fine. But just scrolling through these, you know, I'm just trying to pick out some that the artwork just kind of stands out to me. A card like this, I like the artwork. Beartic, you know, the blues. I like the blues. Just simple things like that. Like when I'm looking at this set, I'm looking at strictly artwork, because there's not a whole lot of Pokemon in here that I'm looking to, going out of my way to collect. To be honest with you, I'm just going to get down here to the SIRs, because that's really what I'm interested in this set at least. And it's taking forever to scroll through these, because, you know, there's so many cards with these hits. All right, first card I'm going to click on here. The Superior is an awesome looking card. It is an awesome looking card. It looks like it is the only starter Pokemon that's going to get an SIR, which is surprising. I figured all 3 would get an SIR. But it looks like they're not. But this is a beautiful card, and Superior is a cool Pokemon as well. The Kyurem card, awesome looking card, fantastic artwork. Kyurem's a cool Pokemon. Zekrom, obviously, he's on the artwork of the box, right? This is like, you know, I haven't dived deep into like really looking at all the cards and, like, you know, figuring out which ones are my favorites, but just going through these for the 5 minutes that I did before I turned the camera on, this Zekrom card is this is a badass looking card. This is a really cool card. I like it a lot. Right now, that's the one I'm looking to get for sure. This Genesect card's pretty cool too, to be honest. Genesect doesn't do much for me as a Pokemon, but this is a really cool cool artwork. I like that a lot. Now, you know, this is the BWR Rarity Zekrom card. These are just so cool looking. I don't know. I haven't heard, and I don't know if what's gonna be the pull rates on the BWR Rarity. I'm sure somebody has those numbers out there. I haven't seen them yet though. But this is just an awesome looking card. Throwback to the black and white era, right? Gorgeous card. The White Flare Secret Rares. Yeah, like I said, just scrolling through these so far, in my opinion, the Black Bolt just looks better to me. Like the artwork overall, it seems like it has the cooler Gen 5 Pokemon in it. This Embor card's cool. Again, the final evolution of a starter Pokemon. Not getting an SIR is kind of surprising. So this is an illustration rare, but it is a cool Pokemon. It's a cool artwork. I really do enjoy that one. Let's get down through here. There's not a whole lot besides the artwork. Again, besides the artwork that's appealing to me Pokemon wise until we get farther down here. The Zoroark that's a cool Pokemon and a cool artwork. I'll give it that one. That one's a good one. You know, a lot of scrolling here. So many artworks. But the Reshiram, obviously. Zekrom, Reshiram, the two mascots of this set, right? Black and white. This is a gorgeous card. I do think I prefer the Zekrom over this, but this is still an awesome looking card. The Hydreigon, also an awesome looking card. Probably my favorite card out of the White Flare side. Well, I shouldn't say side, correct? Because it's two separate sets for us. But yeah, that's a gorgeous looking card and an awesome artwork and a cool Pokemon. Really enjoy that. And the Reshiram EX, BWR Rarity. This isn't a great photo of it. This photo doesn't really give it justice. But this is, again, you get the Zekrom, you get the Reshiram, and the BWR Rarity. That's what I'm looking for, right? I mean, a select few of these SIRs I want to be chasing, but these are the cards that people are going to want. Just gorgeous cards. I know I passed... Where did I pass it? Because there's a Samurott card in here that I really wish they made it a SIR, but they just left. That's a regular illustration rare. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. It's one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite cards in the set. Why do I know it's in here. There it is. This Samurott card is awesome. Samurott might be my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. Gorgeous card. Really, I think they dropped the ball not making all the starters SIRs. This is a gorgeous card, and if that was a textured SIR, might be a top chase for me there. Really gorgeous card. All right, guys, couple thoughts again on this set. I'm going to reiterate some things I've already said, but again, from what I've seen so far, I'm talking overall, right? Artwork on the sealed products, Black Bolt. Pokemon in the set, Black Bolt. Artwork in the set, Black Bolt for me. So just 3 out of 3, bar none. Black Bolt is what I prefer so far. Now, I could get these products and I could open some of these cards up, see them in person, and I could change my mind, but I doubt it, to be honest. It's just that's where I'm at right now with the two different sets. Now, when I saw how this set was, construction, format, whatever you want to call it, there's going to be 156 illustration rares and special illustration rares in this set. When I first heard that, I went, Like, I wasn't, annoyed by it. I wasn't too excited by it. I was more like, I wonder how that's going to go. How's that going to play out? How's that going to affect pull rates? How's it going to... it's obviously going to make it very hard. If you're looking for a specific illustration rare, that's going to make it hard to pull a specific illustration rare, obviously, right? Because you have so many illustration rares that you could potentially pull while you're looking for me, like the Samurott, right? Like I don't know the pull rates. I'm going to imagine that the odds of you pulling a specific IR that you're looking for are going to be low. But so that was one thought I had. I was like, I wonder how that's going to go, and where does Pokemon go from here? If I had to guess, I don't think they're going to. I can almost guarantee. I shouldn't guarantee, but I can almost guarantee that the way they're doing Black Bolt and White Flare is they won't continue that into future sets. Like I think it'll go back to how they normally do sets, right? You know, what 25 to 30, 20 to 30 illustration rares and 6, 7, 8 special illustration rares. I imagine they'll go back to that. I'm guessing since Black Bolt and White Flare are kind of linked together, like a callback to the black and white era, they just kind of put the two sets together. We're going to release them at the same time and just did something crazy. And it's cool and it's interesting. But don't get me wrong, if they just completely go away from this next set, from this format, I'll be kind of relieved, to be honest. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. Let me know how you guys feel about how this set was formatted, because I can't decide if I like it, don't like it, or don't really care. I'm kind of like, just kind of unfazed by it. Like, oh, okay, we'll see how it goes. Which is surprising because this is like the first time Pokemon's ever done something like this. So I'm surprised that I'm so meh about my feelings on it. And the last thought I had about it is, with these illustration rares, considering that there's going to be so many of them, you know, you can assume right now that there's going to be a lot of $2, $3, $4 illustration rares. There's going to be a lot of illustration rares that nobody really cares about. But that being said, there's still going to be big hit chase IRs in this set, right? There's going to be $50, $60, $70 IRs in this set, but there are going to be a lot of illustration rares that you're going to be able to pick up for under $10 for sure, especially after this set gets settled in a month or two after it releases. You're going to find your opportunities to collect a lot of illustration rares from this set that are very, very cheap. But I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys. There was a lot of information in this video. So I want your guys' opinion on this. Genuinely, how do you feel about Black Bolt and White Flare? I know we don't have it yet. I know it doesn't release till July 18th. But I'm curious of, are you excited about all 156 Gen 5 Pokemon getting illustration rares or special illustration rares? Are you already missing the way they've always done it? How they've always set up sets? Let me know down in the comments. How do you feel about it? If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.